Hi, welcome back. So that bright sunshine everybody was commenting about, yeah, winter's returned and it is absolutely free. So here we are back at SNR to pick up the cylinders. Let's see what kind of a job Sebastian's done. So got them back. Sebastian's such a nice guy. He was just too shy. He was tempted to go on camera, but in the end he was just too shy. Let's get back home and get these fitted. Hi, back at home from the engineering company. Not as warm as it was yesterday. Let me show you. Had to put the gas fire on just to give me a little bit of warmth because it is actually blooming cold today. Okay, so here it is. Somebody asked me in one of the previous videos what pistons I was using, and that's them. These were from Yam Bits. So let's have a closer look. I did ask him just to clean up the tops of the head, just to take a tiny amount off, just to make sure that we've got a really nice, flat, clean surface there. And then the cylinders themselves, all beautifully done. Probably just make out the honing marks in there. All of the ports have been chamfered. I didn't have to ask Sebastian. He told me what he'd done. He's cleaned up all of the base area because they did have the gaskets on actually originally when I took them over to him. I asked him to just clean off the tops, make sure that we've got a nice flat mating surface. So I didn't want him to get into shaping the cylinder head at all. I just want a really good, clean, flat surface. I said that I was going to look at doing the transfer ports. Comments I've had so far are not really worth the effort on a bike that is largely standard. I guess there's some scope for it on the cylinders, but I'm not going to do it because I haven't got the nerve, really. I don't want to ruin anything, and I'm in enough problems with having blown the engine in the first place to risk damaging beyond repair the cylinders themselves. So for the moment I'm going to leave it until I feel a bit more confident about doing it. Just giving everything a wipe down with alcohol so that the sealant sticks nicely. The sealant I've left indoors to warm up. Because it is chilly today, and I've also warmed up these crankcases. Because it's cold, and the last thing I want is to put it together and the sealant not to work. Okay. Cheers. So this is the sealant I'm using. I was advised to use Yam Bond, but a quick look online and I couldn't find any in the UK or Europe. I found some in Florida, but it was like about 120 quid with tax and postage. So I'm making do with this, which I got from Yam Bits or Wiimoto, I can't remember which. So what I've done is just laid the two halves of the crankcase together and make sure that I've got the right bolt for the right hole with the right cable guides in position. So that means when I put the coll on, when I put the sealant on, I can quickly put the bolts in, do them up gently, flip the engine over, do the other side up, and then go around torquing them in order. So just laying the bolts out now in a pattern. You have to understand how desperately difficult this is for me to be logical and try and think of things in advance. Okay. There we go. Can't get enough of that cleaning. Despite it being cold, I've tried to get everything up to what you might call a room temperature. Now, I didn't get a little tube. I thought there might have been a little extension on this. Let me see if I've got one. What I said about me being logical, it was in the bottom of the box the tube came in. So, okay. When I did the edit for the video, I thought, crikey, this is taking a long time. So you're actually watching it back at double speed. But I was so intent on getting a nice even bead on every single part of the mating surface of that crankcase. It's a good job you can't see my face, because I've probably got my tongue sticking out as well, as I was in maximum Homer Simpson concentration mode. That was the one that I thought was corroded, so I've put a little extra on there. Okay. Just a final check, so yeah. There you go, my beautiful assistant. Okay, so I'm gonna look. This has got these little bits in it here.
Okay.
What I'm gonna try and do. Oh, nicely done.
Down a bit more.
That's it. That's it. Perfect.
Good.
Thank you. Highly recommend one of these. Incredibly useful, very forgiving of the bank account.
Good.
Thank you, my love.
Okay, babe.
Right. So I'm just going to do these up kind of finger tight, if you see what I mean, just to close the case, and then I'm going to check round the join all the way around the outside of the case to see if we've got any sealant oozing out, and if we have, I'm going to take it that that's a good seal. Good ooze. I don't appear to have lost a washer or a nut. I was talking to Sebastian at the engineering company today. He's a young guy, probably mid-30s, and he's there on his own. It's a family business. He's taking it over from his father. He's got one guy working for him part-time who should have retired, but he's hanging on for the sake of the family, and he can't find anybody to come in and work for him. They don't train kids anymore in engineering, you know, using lathes and using their minds to overcome problems. I said I'd be if he wasn't an hour away, I said I'd come and work for him as his apprentice. Because back in the day, you did O-level metal work, certainly where I lived, because there were so many engineering companies. British Aerospace, de Havillands, Marconi's. But it's all gone now, and they just teach kids how to build apps. Okay. I'm not talking these up, they're tight and not even quarter of a turn. So, let's take you out of the holder for a sec. There we go, the sealant has come through all the way, and then down the front. And there's Ike going for a walk around the house, and then all the way down the back. Let's flip you over and see the other side. Okay, generator side, nice line of ooze. So I'm going to take that it's actually sealed the unit, it's squeezed out both sides. I'll clean up this when it's dry. Okay. I just need to check the torque settings now. and then go around and torque all these up to the correct setting. You might remember that when I first took the cylinders to the engineering company, I said I had a problem with the base plate, the starter plate for the vape system. I'd broken off a screw there, or had to drill the screw out, and was trying to tap a new hole and cleverly broke the tap. Well, I asked Sebastian if he could drill that out and re-tap it for me, and he said he would try, and he has tried. The standard drill he tried first of all because he forgot I told him that it was a high speed or high carbon content piece of metal stuck in there, and then he tried a carbide drill, and he said that just went blunt straight away. So I contacted Vape in the Czech Republic and told them what the problem was, and they said, yeah, no problem, we'll send you out a new one. I think it was 20 euros plus VAT. Postage was twice as much as that. So that's super cool of them. Really happy with that. And now, nice new paperweight. I'm gonna wait for that sealant to go off now, and give the engine case a good clean before I continue reassembling the clutch basket and the kickstarter and putting the clutch cover and all of that back on, and then put the cylinders on, the pistons in. I'll do that in the next video, and then I'll look to do a leak down test first of all, and then look at setting the timing. So that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. I'm glad you're enjoying the RD content. For those of you that are not subscribed, can I please ask you to do so? I'm nearly 800 subscribers now, which is absolutely outstanding. I need to get to 1,000. That's a bit of a milestone. The viewing figures are really good. The number of hours being watched are really good. So I do think that you appreciate me putting these videos together, and I enjoy doing them. So that's great. Anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.